Hi, my name is Abby, and today we're going to be making pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. And I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to put oil in this yet, but if I do, you guys will know, and if I don't, hopefully it turns out good, because this is Amber Lee's recipe, and it looked good when she made it, but I'm not sure about if it'll do well oil-free. But in the past, when I've baked with like a pumpkin puree or like zucchini or any other sort of like puree sort of thing, it turns out a lot more moist like without the oil, so I just figure why put oil in there. So we'll see how it goes. So we're gonna start with, I should really get this stuff out beforehand, but you know, it has a 4th cup, but we don't have a 4th cup, so I'm gonna have to find something else. I didn't find something else, so I'm just gonna use the 1/2 cup and fill it halfway. Yep. So you're gonna need a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Oh, very, very interesting. There's a 1/4 cup in here, so we're gonna use this. Yeah, I know. I'm a knucklehead. And then you'll need 3/4 cup of white sugar, or pretty much any sugar of your choice. But I like this Florida Crystal sugar. It's like how it's almost completely white without being bleached, so it's really nice. And here's where you get your 1 cup of pumpkin puree, but I'm gonna try to make this recipe completely oil-free, and I have quite a bit of pumpkin puree here. It's probably a lot more than a cup. It might even be up to 2 cups, but I'm going to try to measure out a cup first, and then I'm going to replace the cup of, a 1/4 cup of coconut oil, sorry, with another 1/4 cup of pumpkin puree. I need to get my flax egg, and this might take a minute because I'm going to look for my flax. Okay, I actually found that pretty easily, so. Okay, so I have a tablespoon here. I'm sure you guys know how to make a flax egg. It's pretty simple. But if you don't know, it's 1 tablespoon of flax and 3 tablespoons of water, and you let it sit there for at least 5 minutes, but you can do any amount of time really. Alright, there's my flax. So I'm going to just start to mix this together, but this is a double bowl recipe, so in another bowl I'm going to mix the dry ingredients, but let me just mix this up a little bit. Into this, you're going to put about 2 cups of flour, and in Amber Lee's video, she just said flour. She didn't say what type of flour, but from the look of her video, I think maybe she used oat flour, but I think she used whole wheat flour. That's just what I kind of assume off the bat. You can probably use whatever flour you want, but oh, looky here, I have another 1 cup. So I'm just using whole wheat flour. That's what I like. I'm not gluten intolerant, so I don't have an issue with it. And I put it back. into the bag. Just kidding. I'm gonna take it out. To that, you do 1 teaspoon of baking soda. There we go. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Let me get my cinnamon. You get 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And in Amberly's recipe, she does 1 teaspoon of pumpkin spice. But I don't really have that, but I pretty much know that it's just a mixture of cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. So I'm just gonna get my nutmeg and my clove and sort of go half and half with it. Not really, like more nutmeg to clove on top of that. I just put a little bit more cinnamon. And she also puts salt in this, but in all honesty, I don't really want that in like as extra salt in my body. Like, I feel like the fact that they're pumpkin cookies, like pumpkin is a squash, so I feel like it's already kind of salty enough, even though pumpkin is like a sweet vegetable. Then you just mix these two together. Oh, I forgot to preheat my oven. You should always preheat your oven like halfway through mixing your mixture, but go ahead and preheat your oven on 350, and then you will be baking these for 10 minutes. But we'll get there. So once that's all mixed up, you can throw in your chocolate chips. So my camera totally cut out at the part where I was saying that I forgot to put my flax egg in. So I added my flax egg after everything was combined together. And just while I was getting my rice ready for lunch, I lined this thing with parchment paper, and we're gonna just scoop the batter. Oh no, I don't have the thingy I was gonna use. I'll use this thingy. But and we're making big cookies because when I got the pumpkin chocolate chip cookies we were talking about earlier from Smith's, they were always really, really big cookies, of course. Okay, now pop that into the oven. Like I said earlier, that's at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. Okay, to be honest, I didn't think these would turn out as well as they did, and I might have some chocolate in my teeth, but these babies are the bomb. You have to try this recipe. The only fat in this recipe is the cocoa butter from the chocolate chips, and that's it. And this is almost exactly like the pumpkin chocolate chip cookies I used to get from Smith's all the time. They are actually more pillowy than the other ones. They're not as chewy, but they do have that perfect outside that I love. And they almost taste like a cookie muffin. And I feel like the lack of oil and the adding more pumpkin into the mixture was actually a really, really good idea, because these are extra pumpkin-y, super amazing, ooey gooey. Here they are. Yep. I know I'm chewing in the background. Isn't that beautiful? But these sure are. Thank you guys. See you next time. Bye.